Well, hey everyone, Mike Extra Cheese here. You've got the Extra Cheese channel. And of course, that's just my nickname. My last name is not Extra Cheese. If you were to meet me, you would say, hey, Mike Extra Cheese. And I would answer to it because this happened a lot to me. You know, this nickname was given to me a long time ago. And it kind of stuck, so you just kind of continue to use it today. Anyway, we are at Kieselberg, or I don't know, is it Kieselberg? Forest Preserve in northern Illinois. It's a beautiful day. It's just a great day to go for a walk and enjoy the greenery and the scenery and to see what Mother Nature is going to provide as we stroll along on this path here, and watch out for pitfalls and pratfalls like this one right here. Yeah, I don't think I want to take a nosedive just yet. Now, let's get in there and let's see what's going on in here today, because this is an area that is known for deer, wild turkey, and I'm not talking about the stuff you drink. I'm talking about the real wild turkeys. It's just awesome out right now. Everything is finally starting to turn green, as you can see. Let's do this. Now, as you can see, these paths are mowed and maintained. The Winnebago County Park District does a great job on all the local parks on keeping these things cut back and maintained well. You have bikers out here, hikers out here, just your leisurely walkers out here like yours truly. And really the thing you only have to look out for is exposed roots. If you're running through here, you better know where those roots are, or you're really going to take a dive. So we're getting into a more wooded area, a more green area. You got your typical tree foliage around here. I wonder how many of these trees actually get hit by lightning at some point, or storm damage type trees. I don't want to go too far in there. My wife's already given me the warning that the ticks are running rampant right now. Apparently in the area there's a different kind of tick, and I just don't need to go home with ticks all over me, so I'm going to try to stay out of the foliage and stay more on the paths. But you see this guy in here, he's been down for a long time. I just wonder, what brings a big tree like this down? Is it wind? Is it rot, old age? It rots out and that's it? Big strong wind comes across and down it goes? Or what is it? I don't know. There's a big one too. It's stretching way over there. Habitat restoration in progress. So in other words, keep out. You don't want to get the ticks on you, keep out. But there's some serious down trees right there. That is a serious down tree. This I think this one's been down for a while. I don't know, I think a storm knocked this guy over. I think he was probably dead already and got knocked over. Wow, this guy is huge. Now the park district had to come onto this trail and at some point and cut this away, because this had to have gone over the trail. Had to. Let's get a look at it from over here. Yeah, that's cut brush. You see those fine cuts right there? Yeah, that's a saw. So they definitely came in and cut this guy back. Wow. Yeah, this was a big job here. I wonder who alerts them, or do they come on tour? Do they come on little tours out here? I call it a tour, where it's just part of their job. It's a routine check on the pass. I bet they do. They probably come in those nice little carts too, and don't foot it like I'm footing it. It's good exercise, and it's just a great day to be out here, that's for sure. And here's some of those roots I was telling you about. Look at this. Oh yeah. Now, wouldn't that be fun to trip over as we're going uphill? Look at this. Yep. Look at all that. And we are going uphill. And up, and up, and up. The long and winding road. Oh yeah. Now, just for some perspective, we are several hundred feet further than where that down tree is. You can see a lot of the down trees in this area. Last weekend, as a matter of fact, we had tornadoes in this area. So there were some very, very strong storms came through this area and probably did a lot of this damage. Am I bothering you? Sorry to speak so loud. I understand you live here. But we had some really strong tornadoes in the area. We had quite a few actually touch down in this area, and I'm sure we had some straight line winds as a result. Or you never know, sometimes those things can touch down in here and take some of these babies out. Let's see what's up the path. Stay on the path. Don't go off into the woods. Don't go off into the woods. He dwells there. He lives there. It's his home. You know who we're talking about. Are you going to go off on the path? Are you? Are you going to stay on the main road? Or are you going to take the less traveled road? Well, for me personally, spiritually, I'm on the less traveled road, if you know what I mean. Many will be on this road, but I choose this road because that's where Jesus is, on the less traveled path, and that's who I follow. I wouldn't do it. As far as on planet Earth, I would not go down that path. The ticks are in abundance on that path. So someday in the future, I am going to be sharing my testimony on this channel. I have in my description of this channel that I am a Jesus follower. I am a Christian. I am a lay minister. I have had the privilege to baptize people. I have had the privilege, and it is a privilege, of doing many funeral services, officiating over what I think is probably some of the toughest ones to do, which are a lot of family members or friends of family members' funeral services. So, you know, I wasn't always I wasn't always like this, okay? I had there was a time in my life when I was going down the wide path of destruction with a lot of other people, and you know, I will get into that in a later video. I'm going to dedicate a whole video to sharing my transformation, how I became a Christ follower, and what my life was like then and what my life is like today. Because there's no comparison. No comparison. You know how, I'll keep it short, you know how when you have really arrived at more spiritual maturity is when you look back at who you used to be, and it's almost embarrassing because you're so far from that person, even though all those things did happen to you. It was almost like they happened to somebody else, and you know darn well it was you. And I can tell you the number one thing that was always in all my problems was me. I was the cause of most of my misery. I certainly was the cause of a lot of other people's misery, and it was all about choices that I made. And to keep it a little short without getting too much detail, I finally got to a point in my mid-30s where I was either going to live or I was going to die. And it got to that point, and I chose life. I decided right then and there to turn my life and my will over to the care and control of Jesus Christ. And as a result of that, he lifted me out, and he lifted me up, and I continue to exalt and lift him up today. I will always be on this path till the day I die. I've known no better life than the life of following Jesus. He is my King. He's the reason I exist. He has blessed me with the gift of music, which I am so privileged to share with others in ministry. You know, I've played music all my life, and the best audiences, I call them an audience, their congregation, but the best are the ones in church because they're fully involved. You know, I did the bar thing when I was in my 20s, and people just don't listen. You go through all that work, and it's just background noise. You might as well have a jukebox on, you know. But to go to church and to play worship music, which there's a lot of great rock and roll worship music out there, believe me, and to be able to be the leader of that kind of a thing is exhilarating for me. It raises my spirits, and I have come to believe, and I do believe, that that's my spiritual gift, and why I exist is to give him praise and to lead others as well in praise to him. That's my story, by gosh, and I'm sticking to it. Now, one of the great things about this particular walk in this particular park is that it's not overwhelmed with lots of people. This is more of a smaller park, more of a neighborhood type park, and since I've been out here, oh, something flew in my ear. Since I've been out here, I've seen nothing but insects. Now, there's a kennel club having a program down the way on the entrance, but since I've been in this area, I've heard lots of bumblebees, heard lots of birds, I've seen butterflies. It's full spring. We are in full spring, and Mother Nature right now. Okay, so we've come to a fork in the road. You know what Yogi Berra, Hall of Fame catcher of the New York Yankees, says about when you come to a fork in the road? Well, I'm going to tell you what he says. When you come to a fork in the road, take it. Now, Yogi, I love your yogiisms, but I'm completely confused right now on which way to go. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go left. I've come to a fork in the road. I'm going to do what Yogi said to do. He said to take it. I'm taking it, and let's see where we go. In fact, I think I know where we're going to end up. And it's good. It's good. This is where I wanted to be. Must be a kind of a brush pile that the Park District, County Forest Preserve District started for dead foliage. Either that or I'm in big trouble, because it's one of two things. There's probably the largest beaver in the world nestled in there, or I've just found a Sasquatch nest. And if I found a Sasquatch nest, if Bigfoot is in there, I'm in trouble. I'm in major trouble. I am not going to be able to outrun him, and I've just got myself into a bad spot. Bad spot. Yeah, I think I'd have better luck with the beaver. But, if it was a Sasquatch, if it was a Bigfoot, what if he had some beef jerky with him? If he has some beef jerky with him, and we could just sit down in there, and we could just eat some jerky. Yeah, that's what I choose to believe. If that's a Bigfoot, he's a good Bigfoot. Oh yeah. And look who we have found on the path. This is Bernie. What kind of dog is Bernie?
He's a Bernedoodle.
A Bernedoodle.
So he's 50% Bernese Mountain Dog and 50% Standard Poodle.
Oh my gosh.
So he's like a Bernese Mountain Dog that doesn't shed.
And how much does he weigh?
He's 75 pounds right
75 pounds. How old is he?
Bernie will be 4 years old on the 4th of July.
He's a friendly guy too, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a friendly guy.
He's a good boy. He's obedient. Yeah.
I'm going to go home. I have a little Yorkie. She's only about 9 pounds, but she's going to smell Bernie all over me, and she's going to be like, okay, Dad, where you been?
Yeah, Bernie's a good boy.
Thanks. Yeah. Bernie, thank you for being on my video. I appreciate it.
Let's get that off of you, Bernie.
It was so funny, because I just got through saying to you guys that I haven't seen anybody on this path, and then Bernie and his owner come along, and that was fun. That was fun. That's what makes YouTube, that's what makes doing these videos, I got my clicker, that's what makes doing these videos so fun, is when you have a spontaneous moment like that. And you know, it's the good parts about life, right? It's the good parts about life. You got to get out, you got to live it, and enjoy it. That's what I say. And Bernie was just, he was fun. And what a cool guy. I don't think I've ever seen that type of dog before. And like I said, I'm going to go home. Ellie ain't going to like it. She's going to say, Dad, where you been? Out there talking to other dogs, not bringing me with. I'm in for it. The fragrance of these flowers right now is very close to jasmine, but a little lighter, a little more subtle, and smells so good. Oh man, it's just blowing in the wind like they are. Look at this. That's the fragrance of spring. Indeed. I could just stand here for the next 15-20 minutes and just breathe that aroma in. You see how small they are? I mean, these are, you see how little they are? Look at that. That is a little flower, but there's a lot of them. And are they making the sweetest fragrance right now? Wow. Mother Nature, when she's on, she's on. That's for sure. It's down here. Let's go see. I'm just always amazed this early in the season we get lots of rain. We've had a lot of rain so far. I think this was our 5th rainiest April on record since whenever they started keeping records 100 some odd years ago, but just how green everything is. Because believe me, I don't know if it's going to keep trending this way or not, but usually it's just not this green in the summer. There's just those hot days where everything starts to turn that summer brown because you're not getting enough rain. But this trail here, when it's green like this in early spring, this is just eye candy. It's eye popping. I hope it's showing through on your screens or whatever format you're choosing to watch this in. But that is emerald green as emerald green gets. That's just good stuff. You got some wildflowers growing over here. Got some purples and some whites in there. Off the path, of course, you got your dandelions. You can't have northern Illinois, or anything for that matter, without dandelions. But look at in there. You see all that color? That is just so nice to see early on in the spring like this. Lots of color in there. That's wildflower. Look at these. Look at these. I'm sounding like Bob Ross. I sound like Bob Ross painting something. Am I going to become the Bob Ross of YouTube? Gosh, I hope I didn't just coin a phrase there. Extra Cheese channel with Mike Extra Cheese, the Bob Ross of YouTube. You know what? I think there's going to be all kinds of problems with that, because I bet there's copyright all over the place on that, you know? Are these happy little wildflowers? Because those don't look like happy little trees to me. They look like gnarled, dying trees, a lot of them. This place has seen a lot of storm damage throughout the years. This guy's totally dead. Totally. Yeah, that's where they're falling down. They've been dead for years and let Mother Nature take care of it. Mother Nature blows it down, and the Park District has job security. They got to cut it. Okay, so it's just not every day that you're walking through the woods and you find a pair of slick shades, that's what I'm going to call them, hanging on a tree branch. It's just, look, I did not put those there. I just came over here, and there they are. There they are. And it's kind of freaky to me, because I hate referring to this guy, and I'm not going to do it too much, because I'm not building this channel on what somebody else labored to do and was a big success at. But if that doesn't remind you of Adam the Woo's sunglasses, that's just freaky. That's just freaky. You know? Holy cow. You just don't ever know what you're going to run into on the path. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, if I see a Bigfoot out here, I'm done. I'm doing this for a living. I'm done. Whew. I just wanted to stop and film this. I mean, just look at this. This is just awesome. This is awesome. This is Mother Nature. I keep saying Mother Nature, but God's the creator. God created everything. And this is his creation. And you just let Mother Nature, you let God do what he's going to do as far as creator God. And look at this. This is the perfect spring picture. Perfect. You got the wildflowers. You got the trees. And look how they're bent from wind over the years. You see how they're all bent? What's that guy? Look at that hawk. That's an eagle. That's an eagle. Oh man, that thing had a 7-foot wingspan, easy. He was up in one of these trees. I bothered him. Look at that though. Is that not awesome? That is a great picture. That is a great picture. You guys want a screensaver? Get this. Now this is what I said I was not going to do. I was not going to go off the path. I was not going to go through the woods where there could be ticks. And I was not going to go up to this stream right here and get this picture for you. I'm not going to do this. You see? I'm not going to do this. In fact, I'm not going down that either, because I'll probably fall and break my neck. In fact, thinking twice about it, I'm not going to do that. That looks a little muddy. And I don't want to fall and break my neck. Who's going to see this video? Ain't that cool? That is cool. I bet this baby was flooded big time with all those rains. That's probably why it's so darn wet up here. Okay, let's go back to the main path. Let's hope that we didn't take any friends with us. I think this is going to be another view of that stream that we just saw. Yeah, yep. A wider view. If I had known this was here, listen. People pay big money for those sound effects units for something like this. On this channel, you're getting it for nothing. Just edit it, make a loop, and fall asleep. That is too cool. That's just nice. Isn't that beautiful? Sometimes there's just really nothing to say. You just got to be quiet and take it all in. Let's go back up to the path. I've actually got a cough drop in. Allergies are going crazy right now. Wife's actually at home. She's had a heck of a day with sinuses, allergies. One drawback this time of year, if you're an allergy sufferer like me, or like she is, this is not a fun time of year for allergies. I find myself itching and scratching. My arm itches and I have no idea why. I'll tell you this, if I got poison ivy or something in there, enjoy this video. It may be a one of, because that stuff ain't no fun, but I don't think so. I think it's a little too early for that. Anyway, thanks for tagging along on this video. I'm almost where I need to be. You look up that path, the parking lot's just on the other side, and I'm going to head home and start editing this video. Anyway, I've never seen an eagle in here before. That was too cool. Here, I'll show you. You see the road over there. See those tents over there? That's where the Kennel Club's having their, I don't know, some kind of a dog show type thing. It's an outside Kennel Club event that they're having over there. And the parking lots, you can't see it because this is in the way. But to see that eagle like we did, I hope that came out. I hope that came out in this video, because you just don't see something like that in an area like this all the time. You'll see them more down the Rock River area, more secluded, unpopulated type places. But to see an eagle take off like that, you should have seen the wingspan on that thing. It's unbelievable. Hey, eat my little girl, my little Ellie for lunch. Yeah, goodbye Yorkie. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you liked this walk. I enjoyed the heck out of it. We got to meet a couple people. We got to see an eagle. We just got to spend some time talking and walking and enjoying the beautiful outdoors. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video, because this one is done. I know, it's a crappy way to end the video, but this is my video. If you don't like it, go make your own video. There's some of that flooding bonus footage. Look at, you see how wet that is? The ground is saturated. We've had so much rain around here.